Well, last night the Braves broke their undefeated streak. But tonight they broke their losing streak. The Braves and the Orleans Firebirds play to a 2-2 tie tonight here at Eldridge Park. Welcome to Postgame Tomahawk Talk. Calvin Christoforo, Reeves Jackson, and Daniel Coates alongside me. And Daniel, it's once again the offense. You know, it wasn't so much runners in scoring position, difficulty driving them in, although that was something. To me, what stood out was the inability to get knocks with 2 outs. There was guys on with 2 outs that the Braves just couldn't bring in. Is that a problem you saw as well?
Yeah, and I sound like a broken record, but that still is the problem. I don't have the exact number right now, but we still left a lot of men stranded out there, and I think a large part of that was due to the work of McKenzie for Orleans out there in left field. If you can't tell, it's a bit windy here. We had what I would say was 3 potential home runs that were really spoiled by this win that we had here at Eldridge Park. But again, it's the same story, leaving men on and being productive too late in the inning. I think that's the main problem against a really good Orleans team who has put the fire in Firebirds recently. So I'm happy to get out of here without a loss, but again, it's a bittersweet taste in your mouth leaving Eldridge Park.
And when I talked to the Orleans sideline reporter, a good friend of mine, Noah Sears, in pregame, he said the wind blowing in would have helped the Braves rather than hurt them, but that was not the case tonight. Like you said, a couple of balls, wind blowing out, it could have been a whole different game. But the Firebirds only scored 2 runs because this pitching, we can't say enough about it. Jake Bennett got the start today, 3 solid innings. Peter Van Loon came in after him. Xavier Lovett, Eric Adler, all the guys came in tonight. Ken Turner had a big out in this game. 2 runs on the scoreboard. 1 of them was unearned. This pitching staff just continues to impress.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, obviously, last night we talked about when you give up 2 runs, it should be enough to win the game. And tonight, the pitching staff giving up 2 runs was at least enough to tie the game, with the offense getting 9 hits for a second consecutive night. Obviously, Kyler Fedko, one of his balls was actually taken away for a home run over that left field fence. The other balls were just wind-aided, deep fly balls at the – yes. Absolutely, but the pitching staff, you can't say enough good things. Ken Turner came in, especially that second inning he threw, 1, 2, 3, and probably, 5 or 6 pitches? It was very quick as we're getting sprayed by water right here by the wind. But and you can't say but Peter Van Loon was excellent. Jake Bennett, I really liked what I saw from him too. And then Xavier Lovett is really turning himself into a staple of the back end of the bullpen. I think he'll have more opportunities when you get guys like Chidoba and Vreeling that'll earn, I think, starts. And then Eric Adler's, quite arguably to me, probably the best relief pitcher in the league.
Yeah, that's definitely in the conversation. And you mentioned Xavier Lovett. His velocity seems to be increasing every time he's on the mound. But let's get to Sprinkler Gate. Is that what we're calling it here, Daniel?
I'm going to call it that.
Eric Adler was great tonight, and he really didn't let that phase him. He throws 1 pitch, and then the sprinklers come on in right field. It was like, I don't know, a 3, 4, 5 minute delay.
I would say 5. We actually turned off the radio broadcast because it was so long, but it's so Cape Cod League. It's so authentic, genuine, backyard charm, I like to call it. But the fans dealt with it in such good humor, and we actually had to cover it with buckets, with players from the Orleans Firebirds sitting down on the buckets. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Forget about broadcasting game, but just at a live sporting event. But Eric Adler, it didn't faze him. He warmed back up after 1 pitch and got away with the tie. And he only has let up 3 hits in 6 appearances this entire season. No runs allowed in those 6 appearances. So he is the #1 closer for this team.
Yeah, no doubt about that. He's been great. But Reeves, back to you here. Braves lose last night. They tie tonight. So that means tomorrow they're on pace for a win, perhaps? How do they do that?
Absolutely. I mean, we have Falmouth's number. I think the thing is how about let's take what we've done at Falmouth and the offensive performance we've had at Gov Fuller Field. Let's turn that into being productive at home. Yeah. Because 1, you continue hitting against a team that you love hitting against, and 2, you finally get the offense clicking at home. So I think it's a lot of the same. Just get the bats going early and often against a Falmouth pitching staff that hasn't been too great this year, especially against the Bourne Braves. And then Jordan Patty, a Central Michigan kid who was excellent his last time on the mound. So we know the pitching's likely going to be there. Let's get the bats going early tomorrow, and I think that's a recipe for a win.
Yeah, those bats have 19 runs and 28 hits against the Falmouth Commodores this season. Hopefully they can keep that rolling tomorrow at Doran Park. First pitch for that one is set for 6, but as always, you can join us at 5:40 for Before the Bravos, our Braves pregame show. But until then, as always, go Braves.